Nation Field in Papillion, Nebraska. Tonight we have the Omaha North Vikings and the Papillion La Vista South Titans. It is a crisp September night with a temperature of 63 degrees. In last year's matchup, the Vikings beat the Titans 39-20. Last week, the Vikings lost to Omaha West Side 58-27. Senior quarterback Elijah Kenny completed 50% of his passes for 79 yards. Senior running back Jaron Cannon rushed for 116 yards on 16 carries, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns. The Vikings' leading receiver was junior Cordai Richard with 21 receiving yards. The Vikings' leading tackler was Max.
The Titans beat their crosstown rivals, the Monarchs.
Was 6 of 8 for 36 pass yards, no touchdowns. Running back Derek Jones had 16 carries for 141 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. Along top of that, he had a receiving touchdown. Cole Lemp was the Titans' leading tackler with 9 and 2 tackles for loss. Ayul Go and Ray Flynn both had 2 pass breakups, and Joshua Thompson had 1 punt block.
And again, if you are just joining us, I'm Brody Carter, joined by...
I'm V. Plasek.
And tonight, we have the Omaha North Vikings and the Papillion South Titans. One team came off of a loss last week, which was Omaha North, and the Titans coming off of wins. Both of those games were blowouts for either side.
Yeah, and the Titans are really looking to stop the run against Omaha North here. And it's the same thing other way around. The Vikings need to stop Derek Jones in this potent rushing attack. Obviously, like I said, Derek Jones had 4 rushing touchdowns, currently leads the state in total touchdowns and yards.
And on the other side, running back Jaron Cannon, he had the same amount of carries, less yards, 119, and he has 2 rushing touchdowns. I would expect tonight's game to be a run-first game.
If we had to make some score predictions, what would we say?
My prediction has been 21-23, but I have no idea who will win.
I'm going to say 28-30 30 by difference of 2 points. I think either team could pull out, but I think 28-30 will be that final score.
The Vikings have deferred, so the Titans will get the ball first. The Titan student section game theme tonight is tropical. Back to receive Omaha North's kick is Derek Jones. And your kicker for the Vikings is number... Their numbers are so shiny, I can't see which one it is.
Derek Jones and number 5, Eli Washington.
And the kick is off. And fair caught around the 24-yard line by number 24, Chester Mendoza.
We're going to see a high run attack this game. My big question for the Titans is who is their starting quarterback? Obviously, Grant Beckenhauer started the last game, 6 for 8 and 1 interception, no passing touchdowns. But he did have some cramps, so Colin Rayborn took over. And it's really not so clear who's going to be that number one guy. If the Titans want to have success, they got to find someone who can lead their team effectively when it comes to passing.
And the Titans are starting out there with Grant Beckenhauer. He's got no running back. He gives it, or keeps it, and he's out left. He gets the first down, and he's tackled out of bounds by number 1, Cordy Richard.
And the thing is with the Titans is Grant Beckenhauer, he's got a pretty big arm. He's got a big rocket of an arm, but he's a little inaccurate. The thing with Grant Beckenhauer, though, the biggest threat is his legs. He can make space, and like I've said in the past, he is a Houdini in the backfield, always finding a way to make a break.
Beckenhauer rolls out right. Pass is caught by number 13, Devin Cotton.
Pass is complete to number 13, Devin Cotton.
And the defense for Omaha North here is not expecting the pass, obviously, because what we saw last week was so much more of a run-face attack against the Monarchs.
Derek Jones with the ball, and he gets the Titan first down. We saw the Titans run no huddle last play. Cotton coming out for number 41, Braxton Barnby.
And like I said right there, the Omaha North Vikings, they're kind of confused. They saw some run, but they saw a pass. So look for a run-heavy stop set here.
1st and 10 on the 48. Pitch to number 2, Derek Jones. And James Harrington was there first. And a defensive player on the Omaha North Vikings, Darian Jones. He plays wide receiver and DB. He has committed to Iowa, and he is the class of 2026. So he will be a Hawkeye next year. Also, linebacker Max Clark has offers from University of South Dakota, Wayne State, and Northwest Missouri State. Washington in motion. Gives it to Derek Jones, and he's met at about the 46-yard line.
Derek Jones with the carry.
And that was a tackle there by B.J. Lewis, tight end and defensive end. The Vikings are really going to try and stop Derek Jones.
6-yard line.
And they've sort of succeeded because Derek Jones last week looked practically unstoppable. If you want to be successful on defense today, you've got to stop the run. And that's what the Vikings are looking pretty good at today so far.
Beckenhauer drops back, and there's a flag. Play blown dead as it started.
Dead ball. False start.
Be a false start on the Titans.
So 3rd down.
And that is one thing that I'm worried about this Titans team. They cannot have many penalties. If they penalize themselves too much, Omaha North is going to use that opportunity and capitalize on it. They are going to score quick.
trips at the bottom of your screen. Beckenauer, it's 3rd and 13 at the 49. Hands it off to Derek Jones. Derek Jones going down the right sideline. Pushed out of bounds by number 23, Austin Allen.
And that's just the play the Titans were looking for from Derek Jones. He found a spot that looked pretty crowded, might I say, but he still found his way to break through. Derek Jones is a strong running back, and credit to this North defense. They've stopped the run pretty good so far. We're going to just see if that holds up, because Derek Jones can destroy your night.
1st and 10 from the 35. Ivner in motion. Derek Jones on the handoff. Getting out right again.
Derek Jones on the carry.
And he will get the first down. He's tackled by Marcus Riley.
And this linebacking core for the North Vikings has shown pretty elusive so far.
Wide receiver screen out left to Elon Washington. Elon Washington breaks the tackle, and he's caught quickly by number 10, Maxwell Clark.
And this DB core is one of the strengths of this Omaha North team. Darian Jones, obviously, like my co-commentator mentioned, he's a Hawkeye this next season. He is a versatile and dangerous player. If the Titans want to succeed through the air, they've got to find a way. These receivers got to find a way to get past him.
Beckenauer in shotgun. Derek Jones lined up to his right. Receiver in motion. Beckenauer over the middle, and it is caught by Pearson Ivner, and he was wide open.
What a play there by the Titans. A sneak through the middle. Pearson Ivner just has so much room for an open touchdown, pretty much. Looks like the Titans are going to go for 2 here.
Beckenauer takes the snap outright, and his pass is caught by number 4, Cole Lemp.
Great opening session from the Titans. And Cole Lemp was not the biggest offensive threat last game. He was a defensive menace, getting into every single tackle pretty much. 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. They used him a lot on a DB blitz. Now Cole Lemp can catch the rock, so that's obviously why they're going to him here. I'm really not surprised that the Titans scored so incredibly quick here.
Titans strike first with 8:36 left to go in the first quarter.
This passing attack has been pretty effective so far, I'd say. Beckenauer is, from what I've seen, 3 of 3 on his passes so far. Some were decently long, but he had that one wide receiver screen from Elon Washington, just putting his defender in a spin cycle, finding a way to make space and just make the play work and get a good chunk of yards.
Omaha North receiving team coming out for the Vikings, and we will see the Grant Beckenauer on the kickoff.
Grant Beckenauer set to kick off for the Titans. Corday Richard and Darian Jones back to receive.
Corday Richard and Darian Jones back deep for the Vikings. And it hits off the hands of number 3, Jaden Cannon. That could have been dangerous.
We saw a lot of punting and kicking woes last week, from the Monarchs, allowing the Titans to capitalize. And it seems like this Titans special teams unit has been consistently effective so far this season. Grant Beckenauer has been squibbing every single kick he's had, and has been incredibly effective doing so, having a lot of dropped balls from the defense.
John Cannon with the run. He's met by number 65.
Jerron Cannon on the run for the Vikings. It is now 2nd and 8 on the 33. Correction, 2nd and 7 on the 33.
Caleb Bailey was in on that tackle there. Big guy and incredibly fast. Look to see him wrecking up this Omaha North offensive line.
Pass is caught by Darian Jones, and he's met quickly by Ayul Go.
Ayul Go had himself quite the night on Friday last week. Played incredibly well, had 2 pass deflections, and played incredibly great as a cornerback. For someone that we hadn't seen as much, Gould played amazing. And just look to see him continue to thrive tonight.
Brings up 3rd and short.
It is now 3rd and 1 from the 39. Cannon takes the snap, gives it to number 5, Jerron Cannon.
Jerron Cannon with the carry. He's brought down by number 15.
Jack Dolosky was there on the tackle as well as Grant Beckenhauer. Now, Grant Beckenhauer is an incredibly versatile player. You can really use him in anything. If you really wanted to, you could probably put him at slot wide receiver. He could just do it all, and that's why we're going to see his name pop up time and time again for this Titan team. Real Swiss Army knife.
Cannon throws deep, tries to hit number 14, Chance Kinman, and is taken down by number 44, Josiah Pearson.
And this is the problem with this Omaha North team. If they can't pass the ball, they're going to struggle a lot. Titans have a strong defensive back core led by Go and Lemp. If North cannot stop them from making plays, it's going to be a game over.
Cannon gives to Jerron Cannon. Jerron Cannon, he's running down the left sideline. Nobody's going to get him. And that is a Viking touchdown.
Jerron Cannon, incredibly fast. And that was just an incredible play there by the Vikings. Just like Derek Jones here, Cannon can find the open space and make do. He is incredibly quick and incredibly strong. He will make plays and isn't afraid to truck someone if he needs to get the play. Incredible job there.
Vikings going for the extra point. Kick is up, and it doinks off the right upright. And that will be no good. Score for the Vikings stays at 6.
Can't tell if that was a botched snap or if someone got a hand on that. It could be either or. It looked kind of iffy coming off the leg there from the Vikings. Obviously, huge stop there on the PAT. Titans obviously did not have a great defensive possession right there. Got him on a 3rd and short, but could not stop Jerron Cannon. And like the biggest portion of this game that's going to determine who wins, who loses, is who can stop their star running backs. Derek Jones and Jerron Cannon are 2 quick, strong backs who will find the space and destroy your entire team.
Back deep to receive for the Titans is number 2, Derek Jones, and number 5, Elon Washington. Valentine is your kicker for the Vikings.
This will be number 2, Derek Jones, and number 5, Elon Washington.
Logan Arch, shallow, and as well as Chester Mendoza.
For the Vikings.
Logan Arch is on the Viking sideline, and Chester is close to the Titans sideline.
Seems to be a bit of a holdup here.
Valentine's kick gets up off the ground. It is Fair caught by Chester Mendoza. And it'll come out to the 22-yard line.
Good kick there, and also great decision by Chester to just take it. A lot of guys try to make the play and make themselves look like the star on special teams. And that's where you see the most mistakes. We saw a lot of muffed punts, muffed kicks last week against the Monarchs. Just shows you what a good kicker can do for you, and Grant Beckenhauer surely is that. And as a quarterback, I'm excited to see what Grant can do passing-wise. He's done so far tonight pretty good. Got a passing touchdown already, so we're going to see how strong he looks for the rest of the night.
Beckenhauer in shotgun with Jones to his left. Grant fakes the give to Derek Jones, and Brady Alderson is met quick by Darian Jones.
And Brady Alderson had the one passing touchdown last week at wide receiver to Derek Jones. He's got a bit of an arm on him, but people forget that Brady's fast. Pass caught by Elon Washington and was taken down by Darian Jones. Washington is by far gone the #1 receiver on the Titans right now. Washington, we already saw him make a powerful play spinning out of a tackle to get some extra yards. You look for Beckenhauer to continue looking his way from on here out.
Beckenhauer motions Washington, flips to 2, Derek Jones, and Derek Jones gets to about midfield. Met by Maxwell Clark.
2 yards on the game, brings up 2nd and 8.
And Derek Jones was very hesitant there. Not necessarily hesitant, but patient. Trying to find that spot to make the play he needed to. Now the Titans offensive line really needs to stop this North defensive line. If they can't stop them, Derek Jones is not going to get anything.
Washington in motion again. Derek Jones is met quickly behind the line of scrimmage.
Derek Jones is met in the backfield.
Taken down by B.J. Lewis.
B.J. Lewis has been a bit of a disruptor so far tonight against this Titans offensive line. You really got to wonder what this offensive line is planning to defend such a deep defensive line. Omaha North does not have one single standout star on their defensive line. So everyone has been really getting in there to try to make a tackle.
3rd and long from the 45. Beckenhauer in shotgun, drops back, looks left, and his pass was intended for Elon Washington. And was broken up by Marcus Riley and Cordai Richard. That could have been a terrible pass if that was intercepted.
It looked like it should have been at least 3 different times. 3 different guys had their hands on the ball. How did no one come down with that? I am not sure.
Beckenhauer to kick it for the Titans.
Beckenhauer to punt, and Darian Jones back deep to receive for the Vikings. Beckenhauer's kick does not go far at all. And the Vikings will take over with excellent field position.
That is a horrible turn of events for the Titans here. Beckenhauer's punt just went off his foot completely wrong, because usually he's got quite a huge leg in terms of deep punts, consistently getting it within the 10-20 range. So this is a bit unusual to see from Grant Beckenhauer.
Cannon drops back. Deep pass, and he tries to get the ball to, I believe that's number 18, Gatlock.
Beckenhauer definitely had a hand on that.
Number 14, Chance Kidman.
Beckenhauer 100% had a hand on that and just could not come down with it. It was very low to the ground in terms of trying to receive the ball. But good job by Beckenhauer for making a play and sticking with that receiver.
Cannon out left, and he'll get about He'll get about 2 on the play.
He's brought down by number 52, Joshua Thompson.
Brought down by Josh Thompson.
Josh Thompson was the player who blocked the punt last week for the Titans and is quite a disruptor at linebacker. Can really make a lot of plays, incredibly quick for a linebacker too. Look to see him disrupting this North offensive line.
Cannon in the backfield, flips it to number 11, Darian Jones. Brought down quickly by Grant Beckenauer and Cole Lemp.
He's brought down by Grant Beckenauer.
That was a really well-designed play by the Vikings. Darian Jones obviously has wheels on him, so they wanted to use him on a jet sweep here. And it almost worked to get them much more yards than they got. But the Titans' defense started to swarm that and did an incredibly job at containing that edge. Great job here.
And it looks like the Vikings are going to go for it here on 4th and short from the 45. Give to Jerron Cannon, and he gets the first down.
He aims 5 on the play.
Completely lit up by Grant Beckenhauer there. Unfortunate that you couldn't stop this short. I mean, it's 4th and short. They only have about 2 pretzel sticks worth of yards to get. They don't got a lot there. So it's hard to stop something when you basically take 1 step and you're over the line.
It is 1st and 10 from the 40 with just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Jones in motion, flips to Jones. Jones makes the man miss, and he will run into the touchdown for Omaha North.
Wow.
And scampers 40 yards.
There was a miscommunication by the Titans. Ryan Warrior definitely got caught up within the play. Great design there by the North Vikings. They 100% thought someone else had the ball. And Gerard Cannon, was able to make the play and finally break free for the 2nd touchdown of the game already from him.
PAT is good for the Vikings.
PAT was good for the Vikings there, and that puts them only a few points ahead of the Titans. You need to have a good offensive possession here. You can't have another close call, almost interception like you did on that last possession. That could have given them even better field position than they already had because of the muffed punt.
And we saw the athleticism there from Darian Jones. Breaks 2 tackles and makes one guy lose his ankles completely.
They're just evaporated. His ankles are gone.
Valentine is your kicker for the Vikings. Back deep is Jones and Elon Washington, and shallow is Chester Mendoza and Logan Arch. Kick is up, caught by Elon Washington. Elon Washington has a great return, and he'll get out to the 38-yard line.
Great reception there by Elon Washington. Again, he's got jets. Getting from around the 25, 15-yard line, around there, to basically the 40 within such a short period of time when you have 11 guys surrounding you trying to tackle you. It's impressive. You got to give it to Elon Washington.
And switch at quarterback. Rayborn coming out for the Titans. You have Cotton and Washington on the bottom of your screen. Jones in the backfield. Rayborn in shotgun. Rayborn rolls left. Pass caught by Elon Washington, and he'll get about 2 yards on the carry. And it was Jermaine Dortch.
That was a great starting pass for Colin Rayborn. You need to get started early if you're a new quarterback going into the game. Rayborn is incredibly accurate, and we saw him not be as accurate last week due to just how little playing time he had. He threw 2 for 5 yards. He was 2 for 5 on his pass attempts.
Rayborn in shotgun with Jones lined up to his right. Gives it to Jones. Jones goes out left, and he will get about 6 or 7 yards on the play.
I'm not sure how Derek Jones got through there. It looked like the entirety of the Omaha North team was just surrounded him like a beehive. Crazy play there for Derek Jones, and something we've been seeing consistently from him so far this season.
It is 3rd and 2 from the 48. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. I saw Viking jump off sides, but they did not call it. And Clemenger will call a timeout with 6 seconds left in the first quarter.
Interesting you would call a timeout and just not let it run to the second quarter. You know, I
would have just let it run all the way to the second quarter and just talk about it there so you don't have to burn a timeout.
You're burning a timeout that you could use if you're in a tight situation later. Obviously, you still have 2 more, but you're at midfield, 3rd and short, with 6 seconds left on the play clock. Why are you calling a timeout? Unless he was in a set where he was just trying to draw off the North Vikings offside, which you saw. There was an offsides, but that just didn't get called.
I believe it was on number 71, Shamar Bland. Yeah, they didn't call it. But we'll see the Titans come out with 6.8 seconds left in the first quarter. 2 wide receivers on the top of your screen, 1 on the bottom. Rayborn in shotgun. He will give it to Derek Jones. And Derek Jones stopped immediately by Maxwell Clark.
Just short of the first, it looks like. 4th and 2. Does Clemenger go for it at his own at midfield with no seconds left in the first? So this will be the start of the second. What do we think he's going to do here?
What I think he will do is, they've got a great running back in Derek Jones, but other than that first punt we saw by Grant Beckenauer, we've seen him bomb punts before. He's gotten the ball really far downfield before, because this would be a good point to maybe, pin them between the 25 to the 15-yard line. We've seen Grant, he can punt the ball, and he played 4 positions last year too. You got to remember that. So I think he can get the punt down to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and he's kicking towards the Titan. He'd be kicking towards the Titan end zone. So the sun is no longer necessarily in his eyes, if that was even a problem the first time, because it is setting west right now.
And it does seem like Titan offense coming back out on the field. Again, they could be just trying to draw the Vikings D-line offside. Nope, Derek Jones with a little flea flicker. Elon Washington to Grant Beckenauer. I think that was more of like a Philly special. But that was a great catch by Grant Beckenauer.
Caught the entire Omaha North team off guard. Nobody saw that coming. It caught Brody off guard. Nobody in the booth here thought that was going to happen. And it looked like it was blown up because it looked like Derek Jones was just taking a sweep from the backfield, might I add, on 4th and 2.
That was a great drawn-up play there by Clemenger.
And we did see this play last week work really well.
Rayborn in shotgun. Hands it off to Jones. Jones goes up the middle, and he'll get about 1 yard on the carry. Taken down by Isaiah Lewis and Darian Jones.
And the big thing you're going to hear us say in the entire game is stop the run. With neither quarterback being the most accomplished so far this year, you're going to see a lot of running because both of these running backs put on a clinic in their first game just last week.
Rayborn tries to set up the screen, and there's a flag down. Be a false start on the offense. And that was on Gage Berkey.
Gage Berkey, as well as offensive line, is an incredibly strong defensive end. He had, I believe, 2.5 sacks last year as a sophomore. He's gotten bigger and he's gotten faster as a junior. Look to see Gage Berkey causing havoc this next defensive possession.
It is 2nd and 14 from the midfield stripe. Rayborn in shotgun with Jones lined up to his left. And that's who he gives it to. Jones will go out left, and he will stay in bounds, and he's quickly brought down.
Derek Jones on the carry
at the 40-yard line. Correction, he stepped out.
Third and 5.
It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 40-yard line.
One of the most impressive things you can see from a running back or receiver, might I add, is keeping your feet in bounds on a close sideline play like that. Props to Darren Jones for staying in for as long as he did and getting so many yards.
Rayborn alone in the backfield. He's in shotgun. He will roll out left, gives to Derek Jones, and Derek Jones
is complete to number 2, Derek Jones.
Is taken out of bounds
17, Chase Johnson.
by Chase Johnson.
He gains enough for a Titan. First down.
That was a great drawn-up play there by the Titans. With Colin Rayborn, he has strength when he rolls out of the pocket. He's good in the pocket, but outside of it, he becomes a whole different player. He's not the most mobile quarterback in the world, but he is a great player when he's not in the pocket. He can roll out and still make amazing passes. And that pass to Derek Jones was incredibly smart. He's been your best player so far this season. Why not continue feeding it to him in different ways?
It is 1st and 10 from the 29. Rayborn outright and over the head of Elon Washington, and he was guarded by Darian Jones.
Just a bit of a high ball there from Rayborn. It happens when especially you're under pressure and you're a quarterback who has not played so much so far in this system that long. Rayborn, again, has only played 3 games outside of what we saw Friday. For varsity level, that is. He played plenty freshman year. But you're going to expect to see stuff like that from a quarterback who has not had many varsity starts.
He's now 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Rayborn flips outright to Derek Jones, and he's met quickly behind the line of at the line of scrimmage.
Jones is brought down by Darian Jones.
And the Joneses met connection there. Darian Jones met Derek Jones for a tackle there. Again, Darian Jones is going to continue to speed to the ball, regardless of where it is. He's just so fast, and if the Titans can't block him, can't make him suffer as a defender, it's going to be a long night for this Titans passing offense.
3rd and 11 from the 30. Derek Jones out right, and he'll get about 3 yards, and he's taken down by Marcus Riley.
And this linebacking core for the Vikings continues to be incredibly strong. Most of their best tackles have been given from linebacker. You saw James Harrington get on some earlier, and Riley continuing to get in there. What?
And Clemenger will call a timeout. Probably wants to think about his decision here on 4th and 7. It would be smart of them to kick the field goal, but it is a 34-yard attempt.
Do you believe in Grant Beckenhauer to make that kick? That's your question here.
There is no wind right now. It was pretty windy when we got here at 3.
It's a
3 to 4.
Beautiful night, though.
It is a very beautiful night. But, he doesn't have any wind, even though Foundation is a very big wind tunnel. It can get windy here. But
you're saying they should kick the field goal? I think you do another one of those slip the guy through the backfield, Pearson Eifner touchdown kind of plays that you did to get your only touchdown of the game so far. Failed it, tricked them once. Who says it's not going to work again? Especially if they're not expecting it.
And
looks like they're staying on offense.
The offense coming back out on the field. Bold move on 4th and 7.
You're on your side of the midfield. What is going on?
The Omaha North coach just called the timeout, and that is his first of the half.
Interesting that you'd call a timeout when you just had time to talk about what you're planning to do. I'm not quite sure what the play here is from Omaha North. Maybe they expected a kick, and rightfully so. You're 4th and 7 on your side of half, but not by a lot. What do we think we're going to see from this Titans offense? Do you think they're going to run it up the middle again or to the side, or do you think they're going to do some short pass?
I think either of those would work, either the pass or the run.
I guess the question is from Clemenger is, does he trust Rayborn?
I don't think he really cares because he's on the Vikings side of the field. So if you give the ball up, the Vikings will be on their own 27. Rayborn drops back, pocket collapsing. He rolls out right, and he fires. And it's caught by Elon Washington for the Titan touchdown.
Oh my goodness, what a play there by Colin Rayborn and Elon Washington. I'm going to be completely honest, I thought that was a pick.
I thought Cordai Richard had that.
But it went through his hands and into the loving arms of Elon Washington. What a ball by Colin Rayborn.
That was a heck of a ball by Rayborn. It looks like they're going to go for 2 action. And Rayborn, it's no good. They're signaling no good on the 2-point. Lem's holding his arms up like, what? And I am too. I definitely thought Rayborn got in there.
Looked like the ball was over the line.
And the Titans will retake the lead, 14-13.
We got to talk about that play by the Titan offense. Pocket collapses. Colin Rayborn rolls out to his non-dominant side. No, excuse me, to his right, which is his dominant side. But still, with 3 to 5 guys chasing after him, threads the needle to Elon Washington in the end zone through a defender's hands to make the touchdown. What a play by this young quarterback.
That was, when I first saw that, I thought Richard had the pick. But no, it looked like it was tipped, is what I saw, and then Washington was right there, right behind him, and he caught the ball.
I didn't see anyone else get a hand on it. It looked to me like it just went through Richard's hands.
I'm kind of saying, like, when he went to go catch it, or like to try to intercept it, it kind of bounced off when he tried to catch it, and then it went behind him.
Right.
Like that.
That's the wow factor you can see from Colin Rayborn. And surely is not going to be taking his starting job away from the rest of this game.
Beautiful kick by Beckenauer, and he has trouble fielding it by number 1, Richard. And he's still up, and he's met by Beckenauer.
Not too often you get tackled by the kicker.
He is a dangerous returner.
Richard, what an amazing...
To the 33-yard line.
What an amazing show of elusiveness by Richard. How did he get away from so many of those defenders so quickly? His cutting ability was incredibly strong.
Dominic Yancey in at quarterback.
Yancey did get some... Joshua Thompson on the tackle there again. Once again, continuously a great tackler and linebacker for this Titans team. But Dominic Yancey did see playing time last week against Westside, largely due to Westside being up by a lot. I would imagine.
It is Westside.
It is Westside. One of the best teams in the state of Nebraska, contending for number 1 outside of maybe Millard South.
They were... Did they go to... I think they went to state last year, right?
They did.
Yes.
They were in the championship.
Yancey finds Casper to Ghost, and it goes right through him.
Miscommunication there. And the weird thing is, the guy he threw it to wasn't even eligible. He couldn't have thrown it to him. Odd decision here by Yancey to throw it to the outside receiver, again, who was not eligible, who was blocking. He was just blocking. If there was someone there, like you said, Casper probably would have had a good couple yards, but misses him.
3rd and 7 from the 36. Yancey drops back. Berkey had a hand on him, and the pass is caught by Darian Jones, and the refs signal a first down, and that will be out to the 44-yard line.
Berkey just could not get his full hand on him. He rolled out to the left, and Berkey just could not get there in time. He would have had him. It looked like he had a hand on him and should have been a sack by one of the better defenders on this Titan D-line, Gage Berkey. But Yancey rolls out and makes a good play.
Michael Valencia Jr. taken out, or he was met by Cole Lemp on the sideline.
Now, returners of this broadcast will recognize the name Michael Valencia Jr. because, hold on a second. There was a holding on the offense.
So that play meant literally nothing.
Meant nothing. But let's talk about Valencia Jr. real quick. He was a Monarch last year and was a freshman, but still was incredibly quick and incredibly shifty. I'm not surprised they're giving Valencia Jr. the ball here, especially with Cannon having so many touches already. Unfortunate that was getting called back, though.
Yancey in the shotgun. It is 1st and 13 from the 41. Yancey looking. He's got all the time in the world, being chased. And he's met quickly by Cole Lemp.
Cole Lemp is an explosive tackler. Just like what we've seen with the entirety of this entire Titan defense. And Lemp met Shelley with the and just blew him up. Nooch loves to coach hard-nosed defense and is a stickler against poor tackling and will not have it from his defense.
2nd and 10, Yancey. Pass is caught by Michael Valencia Jr. He gets the stiff arm and he's running down the right side of the field. Go tries to push him out of bounds. Beckenauer, Liam Brewer, and Joshua Thompson all there to try to take down Valencia. And we've seen this last year from Valencia when he was a Monarch. He was hard to bring down.
Even as a freshman.
And he's listed as 5'9", 175. And for you to be an elusive running back, but also be kind of built like, you know, a Derrick Henry or like a bigger running back like that, that's incredible. And we see him play with incredible toughness.
Reminds me a lot of Deuce Vaughn from Kansas State, who played in 2023, currently on the Cowboys roster. He's a small running back, but is elusive and he is strong. He does not care how big or small he might be. He will run through you.
It is 2nd and 9. Ball on the 10. Yancey under center. Drops back. Looks right. And the pass was intended for Darian Jones. And Go had his hands all over him. I'm surprised there was not a flag there for defensive pass interference.
I can see why they didn't call it there. The play from Go looked clean. There was a lot of hands, and that's just how you play corner. But if anything, Darian Jones was kind of reaching over him, which is a penalty in and of itself.
Valencia Jr. is brought back behind the line of scrimmage by Joshua Thompson.
Joshua Thompson, we've heard his name several times tonight, just as a powerful linebacker. And Braxton Barnaby was in there too. A strong defensive secondary player. Not secondary, excuse me. He also plays linebacker. Another strong linebacking core. Both of these teams have strong depth at linebacker.
Valentine. Omaha North calls a timeout. It is 4th and 10 from the 11. And both teams have one timeout left with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first quarter.
You got to wonder, if you're the Omaha North coach, is your kicker going to be able to hit this? We saw him practicing, and he struggled a little bit. He had some balls that were shanked that just did not get anywhere near the post. So if I'm the coach for Omaha North, I'm hesitant here.
When we were watching him, he was banging him from the 20-25. He has the leg, but the accuracy is just off a bit.
He's just a glass cannon. He's got a huge leg, but there's always that chance the glass cannon explodes, and it looks like the offense is back on the field.
4th and 10 here. And Omaha North calls another timeout. They've got none left in the half.
Something they did not like on that play there. I'm not sure what. Maybe it was a receiver set or just poor communication by blocking assignments, whatever it may be. They called this back. Again, are they going to bring the offense back out, or are they going to kick this ball?
And again, head coach Larry Martin has used his last 2 timeouts within the span of 30 seconds. It's been timeout after timeout, and he's got none left, but there is 4 minutes left in the half.
You wonder, if I'm Larry Martin here, I honestly think I'm kicking this. Even with the glass cannon at kicker from Valentine, your offensive line has not played great. There has been constant disruption from this Titans D-line. You don't have Tyson Terry on your offensive line anymore.
Yancey rolls out across his body, and Beckenauer was on the wide receiver trying to see his number. I believe
Davis Brown, I believe. I believe it was Davis Brown who was the intended receiver for that ball. And it was a beautiful, beautiful ball. Great throw by Yancey, the sophomore. Might I add, he's a sophomore. Yancey is a sophomore. He is, again, he's not the most experienced player in the world, as you have Ken, who is a senior, but they're trying to get some youth and want the best possible chance.
Rayborn's pass is intercepted by number 6, Rayer Washington, and he takes it back for 6.
What happened there? That was right where it needed to be. The receiver just muffed.
And that was great effort by Rayer Washington to get up over the receiver. I believe that was Ayulgo or Derek Jones. And that was a heck of he literally mossed the wide receiver when it's supposed to be the other way around.
He came over the back of Go or Jones or whoever it might be to catch that ball. It was an insane defensive play there. Regardless, I don't think that's Rayborn's fault. It looked like it was right where it needed to be. It just was missed. Whoever the receiver was just could not get their hands on it. And Washington just capitalized on it.
It is second quarter with 4:01 left. Vikings 19, Titans 14. We've seen 4 different lead changes here so far, just in this first half.
And we did say this was going to be a close game. Boy, were we right.
But it is a lot higher of scoring than I thought it would be. Not that these teams can't score, but I did feel like it was going to be a very defensive game.
I agree. I thought the defenses were really going to be able to shine here, and to give them credit, they were. Their defensive line played incredibly well. Well, Titans' defensive line and North's defensive line are playing incredibly strong. It's just been a strong offensive showing from both sides here.
Washington and Jones back for Valentine's kickoff. Elon Washington picks it up. He's got green grass in front of him, and he's got blockers. And Elon Washington to the 10-5 touchdown. What a way to respond After that pick six.
Pick six into kickoff return. What a game we've got here. It's not even halftime yet. 3 minutes to go. Elon Washington turns on the Jets, his blockers.
He kind of remind me of Roy Skogerbo, who was an excellent kick and punt returner for the Titans a couple of years back. That was an excellent
We're going to the replay here.
kick returner. We're going to see the replay right here. Again, Washington just literally picks it up from the ground.
Shed the blocker.
And Lemp and Jones are the main blockers there, and he's got green grass in front of him, and he just struts right in.
And there is no penalties here. Clean blocking I've seen on a kick return. They just set up a wall, and he was able to go. Went the whole yard.
And normally on kickoff returns, we see a lot of them get brought back to the 25 because of an illegal blindside block or an illegal block in the back, either of the two.
And it looked like Washington was playing backyard football back there. Receiving that kind of a ball that was rolling on the ground, scooping it up, and still getting the kick return is only something you can see when you're playing in the backyard.
I thought when he picked, I thought he was just gonna like fall on it like some guys do, but no, he picked that up and ran all the way to the end zone, and Beckenauer's kick is up and it's good. Titans 21 and Vikings 19.
Wow. If I am Larry Martin, I am screaming at my team right now because there is no universe where you should be giving up a kick return after you just got a pick six. Incredible play from the Titans there, and Beckenauer pushes the extra point through the uprights to give the Titans, what is that, the fifth lead change of the game? The half? Excuse me, not the game, the half.
If anyone sees Matt Hager, please remind him that the Chiefs are down 10.
And the stadium announcer, Mr. Gecky,
clowning on the Kansas City Chiefs right now.
He just fired a shot at Mr. Hager.
After this kick return, why don't we take a look around Class A to see what's going on? After the return, of course.
Richard and Darian Jones.
For the Titans. Deep to receive for the Vikings.
And Jerron Cannon is shallow at about the 24-yard line. Beckenauer's kick is fielded at the 33-yard line by Jaden Cannon.
That was a great fielding there by Cannon. So what have we got so far on this Friday evening in the state of Nebraska?
Right now we have Omaha Westside taking on Columbus. And the score for that game is 28-0 Westside. Millard West and Millard South are in the second quarter, and Millard South 42-0,
destroying that rival.
Second quarter. And then we got a closer game with Benson and Buena Vista. Benson 7, Buena Vista 6. Yancey, his pass was intended for number 28, Kevin Crawford.
It looks like Crawford had his hands on the ball. It was just a low throw. He had to dive for it. But regardless, it was a decent attempt there. Crawford honestly should have caught that. It was low, and he did have to dive for it, but his hands were there.
And we've seen Yancey be very accurate tonight.
Tonight especially, yes.
And Jerron Cannon met right back at the line of scrimmage by Braxton Barnaby, one of the team captains for the Titans.
Braxton Barnaby is not someone we called a lot last game, and that doesn't mean anything, really, because he plays incredibly hard-nosed ball. He is a powerful and honestly really smart linebacker for the Titans. It's allowing this Titans linebacking core to really read the defense like the best of them.
It is 3rd and 10 from the 33 for the Vikings. Yancey in shotgun. He drops back. And his pass is caught by number 26, Tyrese Shelley. And he was taken down by Logan Arch. And he gets the Viking first down.
Logan Arch, again, adding to another incredibly strong defense, especially defensive backs. Arch, Beckenhauer, Go, Lemp, all of these guys, we have continuously heard their names being called tonight and the game prior as just incredibly strong and physical defensive backs. It's been making passing incredibly hard for Yancey.
Yancey gives to Cannon, and Cannon gets to about they're calling it the 49, and he's taken down by Ben Myers.
Ben Myers was another linebacker whose name we heard a lot last game, only adding to a deep linebacking core. They'll play these guys on the line, off the line. They'll put them into coverage or just put them in a zone. Anything, and it's been successful for the Titans. Although the run is what Omaha North is going to try to do with a minute left.
Cannon breaks free, and he goes right into the arms of Grant Beckenhauer. Now with a minute and a half left, the halftime will be dance, P-Town Twirlers, and the band.
And like I said, the running attack for Omaha North needs to be strong if they want to get some more points on before half. And these Titans really got to stop it. Credit to the North offensive line for holding them.
Yancey fakes the give. Berkey chasing him down, and he's sacked by Gage Berkey and Jack Dolosky.
Berkey and Dolosky, a powerful edge duo right there. Dolosky was incredibly efficient last year, didn't have the big highlight plays, and Berkey consistently has been one of the best defenders in the entire defense. Consistently being able to break through the offensive line.
Yancey got hit there with almost 500 pounds.
Between Dolosky and Berkey?
Yes, between the two of them. Yancey and Dolosky almost gets the sack again.
It looked like there was a holding penalty.
Pass is complete.
And we are going into halftime. Titans 21, Vikings 19. I'm Brody Carter.
And I'm V. Plasek.
And we will see you guys after half.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please direct your attention to midfield and welcome the P-Town Twirlers. Give it up for the P-Town Twirlers. Next up for your entertainment, please welcome to the field, the Papillion La Vista South Dance Team, Sapphire. Oh my mama, oh my The Sapphires would like to thank the following Sapphire sponsors for their support for the 2025-2026 school year. Acapulco Dance Company, Nebraska Justice Law Firm, Ron Center 510, Acuity Vision Center, Acuity Vision Care, Titan Exteriors, 4 Points Federal Credit Union, Mackey Construction Incorporated, and Marcia Meadows Photography. The Sapphires are grateful for their support and contributions to help make this year a success. Fans of both teams, We invite you to direct your attention to the field for tonight's performance by the Titan Marching Band. With any live performance, the audience makes a difference. We hope you will cheer and applaud when you see something great, but ask you keep other noises to a minimum out of respect to the performers who have put in hours and hours of preparation for this performance. The Titan Marching Band's 2025 production is entitled Neon Cowboy and includes several selections, including Neon Cowboy, Wild Nights, The Ecstasy of Gold, and Save Me. Featured performers are Nathan Glassman, Isaac Nelson, Bella Williams, Owen Civarella, and Tyler Holter. And now, drum majors Jenna McVicker, Jackson Baker, Brooklyn Bronner, Anna Bruce, and the Papillion La Vista South High School Titan Marching Band! Titan Marching Band is under the direction of Matthew Rome, Colin Fry, and student teacher Allison Newman, with staff members Christian Gray, Hannah Rodeman, Brooke Windsor, Nate Brown, Andrew Peters, Brad Roan, Brendan Goodyjohn, Michaela Layer, Anna Leahy, Red Wilhelm, Omar Coyote, Landon Kurtz, Katrina Baki, Johnny Temple, and Michael Pierce. The band will begin their competition season in just 2 weeks at the Millard West Wildcat Classic on September 20th.
Welcome back from halftime. I'm Brody Carter, and this is
V. Plasek.
And the score right now for the Titan game is 19-21. This has been a very close game. We've had about 5 lead changes just in the first half, which is crazy.
Insane for a high school football game. And the past few points were scored within minutes of each other. A interception return for a touchdown from the North Vikings immediately turns into a kickoff return by Elon Washington from the Titans. Insane turn of events here.
The first touchdown was a completely unguarded Pearson Ivner. He waltzed right into the end zone, and that was a passing touchdown from Grant Beckenauer. Then the Vikings go straight down the field with a 60-yard rushing touchdown from Jerron Cannon, and they could have taken the lead. The score could have been 6-7. Instead, it was 6-6 because Omaha North missed the PAT, and they could be down only by 1 point right now.
They 100% could be. The issue with the Titans was they went for 2 and made it. Cole Lemp with the reception on that 2-point conversion and gave them a 2-point lead. But the Vikings just could not capitalize from a free PAT attempt, which either was blocked or was just a bad snap.
Darian Jones scored the next touchdown for the Vikings, and he is a cornerback committed to Iowa. He will be playing for the Iowa Hawkeyes next season.
Darian
and
Jones.
He's been not only great on defense, but great on offense too.
And Darian Jones is going to be an incredibly good player in college. Iowa has a history of producing incredibly great defensive players, defensive backs especially as well. There's been a lot of strong and NFL caliber defensive backs. Recently we saw Cooper DeJean make the league from Iowa as a defensive back going in the second round of the Philadelphia Eagles. Darian Jones just has the skill set to be a playmaker in college. He's already been showing it tonight with his defensive and offensive ability. Excited to see what he can do for the rest of the game as the Vikings are currently down. See if he can take control of this game and give them the lead.
And like you were saying, for him to go to a defensive-heavy school like Iowa, they've produced, like you said, really good talent like Cooper DeJean. They've had really good secondary or graduate from Iowa. They've had Micah Hyde, they've had Geno Stone, they've had all these really great players, and especially for Darian Jones to go to a school that produces a lot of defensive talent is smart by him.
Incredibly smart, as Iowa has consistently been a defensive-first school. We have seen the Hawkeyes always have just strong defenses and strong offensive lines. That's when Iowa's really, that's their bread and butter. They are incredibly good with defensive talent and also just offensive linemen. Defensive players in the NFL from Iowa, just to name a few, Lucas Van Ness, like you said, Geno Stone, and Cooper DeJean, all made the league from Iowa, and Jack Campbell for the record. Let's take a look around Class A for a hot second. What do we have in scores-wise?
We have a close game in Elkhorn South up or down by Bellevue West. That score is 17-7. They are currently at halftime.
Currently on upset watch too.
Yes. We have Cherry Creek up 14-0 on Millard North. And we have Omaha Central beating Omaha South 56-0. And that game is only in the third quarter.
That is a incredibly high score to have for a single 2 quarters of football. 56-0 with only in the third quarter is insane. Omaha South just had not played a great game, clearly, and the Titans will take them on in a few weeks, and that will be live right here on PLV Media.
Yes. And the Vikings deferred, so they will get the ball at second half. And again, it has just been a beautiful night here. During kickoff, it was pretty windy. You can see the flags on down on the field, and the USA flag over to the right of the scoreboard. Those things were blowing like crazy. Now that we've gone into the game, I haven't seen any win from anything.
Agreed. There's been like very little win this entire rest of the game.
Beckenauer's kick gets all the way to the 24, and it is picked up by number 1, Cordai Richard.
Richard with the return.
Taken down by Ben Myers.
Cordai Mitchell has had himself quite a game tonight. We've seen him being used as a strong wide receiver, but also as a DB. He doesn't typically even play wide receiver, but he's been getting the ball a lot so far today. He's been consistently just a guy that they will give to if they want some speed on the outside. Richard has just been incredible in finding space.
And also tonight's game is the top 10 matchup in the NEB Preps rankings. Omaha North enters in tonight at number 5. Papillion South enters in at number 10, and Cannon gets a little bit of daylight. And he is pushed out around the midfield stripe at the 50-yard line. What a way for the Vikings to start this half.
And we saw this with their first possession too. They immediately wanted to run up the field, because that is what they had the most success in last week. Even going against a strong team like Westside, they still put up 14 points, largely by rushing.
And that play is blown up behind the line of scrimmage by number 52, Joshua Thompson.
That one just really did not go anywhere. The running back really didn't stand much of a chance. It seemed like the blocking kind of failed there from the offense. And we've seen that. We've seen a little inconsistency from the Omaha North offensive line. Great play there by Joshua Thompson to light up Cannon in the backfield, who has currently been their star of the game.
Yancey gives it to Cannon again, and he's immediately tackled by Joshua Thompson again.
Joshua Thompson is currently he's had such an incredible game. He's played incredibly tough, incredibly strong, and has gone into pretty much every single tackle there's been. Chase Gable was also on there. He had the interception last week against the Monarchs, the one interception that the Titans got.
Yancey in shotgun, 3rd and 14. Yancey drops back, and there's a flag down, and Yancey, his pass broken up by number 25, Chase Gable, and it was intended for Cordai Richard. Correction, Darian Jones.
And that was a holding there, and it was pretty clear as day. You can't grab the inside of the collar, and you can't grab the inside of the collar of the guy and bring him to the ground like that. That is an obvious holding call, and refs should be able to see that every day of the week.
And that was a smart decision there by Clemenger to decline the penalty, because if he would have accepted it, it only would have taken off 10 yards. So it would have been 3rd and 23 instead of 4th and 14. So that is smart for him to decline that penalty to get the ball back.
Exactly. Putting them into punt situation is exactly what you need right now.
Beautiful punt by Omaha North. Punt was caught by Elon Washington.
Now, I'm not sure if that was a fair catch by Elon Washington. I couldn't tell if he tried to go off and run for it, or if he just fair caught it. If that was the case, then number 35, Andrew Taylor, was immediately on him, and that could have been a penalty.
I did not see his hand wave. I just saw him catch it and fall on it.
Washington has been, tonight specifically, has been seen a lot just picking up the kick and just running as fast as he can down the other side of the sideline. We saw that with the kick return. He just scooped it up, and his blockers made a line for him, and he found a hole.
Beckenauer back in at quarterback. Derek Jones Gets about a yard or two. Taken down by number 44. Correction, 42, Ty Cox.
With this offense for the Titans, we've seen them go back and forth between quarterbacks. You really wonder, who is Clemenger going to continue to go to? Rayborn looked good when he played, and Beckenhauer had the only passing touchdown of the game from the Titans. So we're going to have to see. Actually, excuse me, Rayborn had that deep passing touchdown.
Beckenhauer falls over as he completes the catch to Elon Washington. Brought down by number 10, Maxwell Clark, and number 11, Darian Jones.
Darian Jones, Maxwell Clark have been two names we have consistently called tonight, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Darian plays both offense and defense, but Maxwell is mainly just a defensive guy. But either way, they've been in on almost every single play just to blow something up that the Titans are trying to run. Incredible night from these two guys.
It is 1st and 10 from the 33. Beckenhauer in shotgun with Jones lined up to his right. Gives to Jones. Jones out left, and he's met by the whole defensive line for the Vikings.
Great stop there by the Vikings. And with the game, the Vikings have honestly done a pretty good job in containing Derek Jones, who was the Nebraska State Player of the Week for football just last week for putting up 4 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown in a single game against the Monarchs. But offensively, the Vikings have contained him extremely well.
2nd and 11. Beckenhauer gives back to Derek Jones, and he had a hole, and he will get the first down.
Looks like Derek Jones wants to prove me wrong. He decided he's listening in on me, I swear, because that was an amazing play. Right after I said that we're doing a great job of stopping him. Derek Jones has these big chunk plays where he consistently can just find the open grass and get you as many yards as he physically is able to.
And that was a great tackle by Javier Nelson Ventry. If Jones would have slipped that tackle, he would have been gone.
100%.
Beckenhauer gives back to Jones again.
Derek Jones carries a few Vikings.
B.J. Lewis, James Harrington, and Jerron Bird all there to tackle Derek Jones.
It's an incredibly hard task to stop Derek Jones. And to his credit, he broke at least 2 to 3 tackles on his way to get another 8 yards.
2nd and 3 from the 49. Beckenhauer drops back, looking deep for Devin Cotton. Darian Jones on the coverage. I thought there would have been another defensive pass interference called there.
That was my thought.
Papillion South student section wants there to be a flag. I thought they were going to throw the flag. I thought the side judge or back judge was going to throw it.
I'm confused as to why they didn't. The defender there was completely just blocked his running path, which is a telltale sign of a penalty. You can't do that and not have it thrown against you. It's consistently just, it's always a penalty. Odd that they didn't throw that.
3rd and 3. Jones he gets right back to the line of scrimmage, and he's taken down by B.J. Lewis.
B.J. Lewis has had a great game for the Vikings tonight as a linebacker. Like I've said before, both of these teams have strong linebacking cores, with most of the plays being made by their linebackers. Even when you have a strong defensive front, the linebacker has just been consistently the best.
Beckenhauer's punt beautiful punt. And Darian Jones was back there, and they pin it at the 1. Excellent special teams there.
And
by Brady Alderson.
That was great getting to the ball by Brady. But let's quickly talk about Grant. His other punt of the day did not turn out so great. It went off his foot weird, something of that regard. But that was beautiful. And this is what we are accustomed to seeing from Grant Beckenhauer punting-wise. He's consistently getting it within the 10, 20-yard line. Incredible play.
And the Viking offense will come out pinned on their own 1-yard line.
Yikes.
Yancey under center. Gives it to Cannon up the middle. Cannon gets them some breathing room. And he's taken down by number 25, Chase Gable, and Caleb Bailey.
I said earlier in the day that Caleb Bailey is going to make some defensive plays. And there he goes again, making a strong tackle against a tough running back to bring down. Just like Derek Jones, Elijah Cannon is strong and is really hard to bring down. As we saw with how well he's performed, not only tonight, but last week against one of the best teams in Nebraska, Westside. Incredible performance here from Elijah Cannon.
Cannon again on the carry. Ben Myers finally brought him down, and he will get the first down for the Vikings.
Excuse me, I said Elijah Cannon. I meant Jared Cannon. There's 3 Cannons on this roster. There's 3 of them. And they've all made some pretty good plays today, honestly. Elijah Cannon definitely had his moments at quarterback, but it seems like he has been taken out for Yancey. Has been taken out for Yancey throughout to the entire rest of the game.
And Cannon on the carry there. Gable and Beckenhauer both there for the tackle, as well as Joshua Thompson.
The Titans have had a little inconsistency in stopping the runs. Some plays they're really great at it. Others they've just let Cannon continue to just run the rock and find his open space. And you got to give credit to the Omaha North offensive line. Stopping some of these guys on the Titans defensive line is not easy.
Cannon breaks another run.
Cannon on the carry. He's brought down by Chase
Gable and Beckenhauer there. And again, Cannon will get the Vikings another first down.
Cannon is what they need to continue to put more points up in this game. They're trying to trust their young quarterback a little more in Yancey, but what's been successful for them has really just been running it with Cannon. I look to see them continue doing that for the rest of the quarter.
Yancey looking deep for Jones. And that was Ayul Go on the coverage. Great coverage there by Go on Jones.
We've seen a lot of great coverage from Ayul Go as a cornerback from these past 2 games. He's just been purely a good cover corner. I've not seen many times where he is being beat and him being targeted at the same time. They don't like targeting Go. They don't like targeting Go because he will not let that ball get into the receiver's hands, whatever it takes.
2nd and 10 after that incompletion. Give to Cannon again out left. He'll get about 6. And he's brought down by Ayul Go.
And Cannon is just continuously having problems for this Titans defense. Cannon has been just such a powerful downhill running back throughout the game. The Titans just have had some struggle bringing them down. We look to see another run here, probably.
3rd and 5 from the 32. Cannon on the pitch. And Grant Beckenauer pushes him out.
I've seen that play at least 4 to 5 times today from the North Vikings. They love to use that swing play to get Cannon into space. It has been quite successful so far. He's consistently been getting down the side of the field, specifically the left side of the field, right in front of his home fans. Not his home fans, his traveling fans. Incredible. It's been an incredible night for Gerard Cannon.
Cannon gets about 1 yard.
You'll go with the tackle. Continuing on this theme of just seeing Go consistently be just incredibly strong as a defender, not just with coverage, but also in tackling. He's been consistently getting tackles, and as a corner, that can be tough because you're so far back 95% of the time.
2nd and 9 from the 47 with 1:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Yancey fakes the give. He keeps it. Caught by Darian Jones on a little drag route. He slips the tackle, and he's met by Gable.
And that's a great play there by Darian Jones, finding the space and breaking off that contact with the corner is not an easy thing to do. Darian Jones is consistently being their go-to guy in terms of passing. He is so quick and can get open if he sees open grass. The Titans have done a great job of covering, but on that play, it just didn't work that well.
And that was a great effort there by Jones to come back to the ball. Cannon slips the tackle, and Cannon down the left side, and he gets in for the Viking touchdown.
It looked like that was completely blown up, but Cannon slips through on the left side and does another long sideline run. We've seen him do that time and time again tonight, and the Titans have had struggle just trying to stop that attack. Great play by the Vikings to bring the lead to 27 to 25. 25-21, excuse me.
And they score with just under a minute left to go. And I would like to add this. They were pinned at their own 1 yard line. They drove 99 yards for the touchdown. Valencia Jr., and he's in for the 2-point conversion. It is now Vikings 27, Titans 21.
Strong tenacity from the Vikings on that play. Being pinned at your own 1 yard line, to driving it all the way for the Gerard Cannon touchdown. Incredible session for the Vikings. You're seeing a lot of great stuff out of Cannon, and they're going to continue to feed him. The Titans need to stop him if they want to continue to be in this game. We said this was going to be a close one. It's going to go down to the wire.
The Titan receiving team coming out. Mendoza and Arch are shallow. Back deep are Elon Washington and Derek Jones. And the kicker is Micah Valentine for Omaha North.
We've seen Washington take back one kick return. Can he do it again?
And super shallow around the 35 yard line is Ryan Warrior and Pearson Ivner. Correction, Chance Kinman is the kicker. And that was high and not far. Mendoza on the kick return to the 39-yard line.
The offense for the Titans really needs to get something going here. If they want to continue to be in this game, we have to see more consistency from their quarterback. Running Derek Jones has been phenomenal again. Just hasn't gotten exactly what he did against the Monarchs. Beckenhauer here really needs to start getting into a passing groove. If the Titans are going to march down this field, Beckenhauer has to be throwing some balls.
Beckenhauer deep to Pearson Ivner, and they do that same play they did on the first touchdown of the game.
And that's exactly what I was expecting them to do. It worked one time, why not try it again? Especially when they're not expecting it. There was no one over the middle of the field except for one player.
Derek Jones going out left, and he will get to
He's brought down by number 44,
around the 30, correction,
brings up 2nd and 3.
23-yard line? Yeah, so the 2nd and 3, clock is running.
Looks like they're trying to do hurry up here. But there's some big news around the state of Nebraska. What is it, Brody?
Right now on Max Preps, it says the final for the Columbus game is 31-28. Columbus has apparently upset Westside. Beckenhauer scrambles, gets no yards. Taken down by Ethan Hayes.
Ethan Hayes is primarily an offensive lineman, but as a defensive front, we've seen North continue to rotate these guys to be more versatile as a line, not being completely one-dimensional with 1 to 2 guys being your star players. Omaha North there just completely collapsed the pocket on Grant Beckenhauer, and they had a high success ratio in terms of stopping him when he's outside the pocket.
Never mind. I checked the score for the Westside game, and they're smoking Columbus 42-0. There's something wrong with Max Prep saying final 31-28. I checked Westside's game on Warrior Television, and it is 42-0. So sorry about that. I kind of got freaked out. I bet we all got freaked out.
Start of the fourth quarter, and it is 21-27. Brody, what do we need to see if the Titans are going to come back and win this game?
Derek Jones.
Fair. I think Derek Jones is who they're going to try to lean on, especially with their quarterbacks having difference in performance. We've seen
Beckenhauer on the keeper. Brought down by Rare Washington. And it's not just Derek Jones that the Titans will rely on. I mean, we've seen Beckenhauer and Rayborn make some passes tonight. It is 4th and 3 from the 22.
Clemenger keeps the offense on the field here.
And Clem keeping the offense out there with Beckenhauer and shotgun. Washington. And they draw the Vikings offside.
Great choice by Coach Clemenger. Hard count by Beckenhauer. Catches Omaha North lacking, and they jump. Great play to get yourself a first down and even closer to your touchdown.
And now, that is sometimes where people are like, why is the offense out on 4th and 6? It's because they're trying to get the defense to jump off sides so they can get that first down.
First downs like this are crucial when you're down by a touchdown in a tight game.
It is 1st and 10 from the 17. Beckenauer in shotgun. Washington in motion. The give to Derek Jones. And he gets to about the 9-yard line. Correction, 10-yard line, right on the 10-yard line. Signal from the side judge. And he's taken down by Maxwell Clark.
Strong
and they're
run.
running the hurry up. Wide receiver screen to Derek Jones. Derek Jones almost broke that tackle.
I was going to say that was a really strong run by Derek Jones. Something that we've seen him consistently do tonight, but hasn't had the big explosive plays that we saw against the Monarchs. This Omaha North D-line is top to bottom just incredibly sound structurally. There's not one specific weak point that they can target. So Derek Jones has had a bit of a tougher time rushing. With that being said, he's still played amazing.
It is 1st and goal from the 6. And Jones gets to, correction, yes, Derek Jones gets to the 1. He's brought down by Cannon and Darian Jones.
He just plowed through 2 guys just to get more yards. If that does not show you the commitment and strength of Derek Jones, I don't know what will. Backup kicker, Mikey Johnson hyping up the black hole over here.
2nd and goal from the 2. Ivner in motion to be the lead blocker, and they swallow up that run from Jones. Maxwell Clark and Devin Cox.
And they had to have expected that. You've run on your past 3 plays, right? And you've had success doing it. If I'm Omaha North, I'm going to continue trying to blitz to stop the run.
It is now 3rd and goal from the 3. Jones in motion. Beckenauer rolls out right. And Elon Washington just off the hands. Beckenauer had it.
And that is just an unfortunate term of events. Washington had it, and it just falls to the ground. Whatever happened, it just, unfortunately, it was a great play, great pass, and almost an amazing catch by Washington. It just falls to the ground.
4th and goal here. They might be trying to draw him off sides again. Washington outright pass to 50. Jack Dolosky.
That is a weird play by Coach Clemenger there. You're throwing to your defensive lineman.
Jack Dolosky.
You're throwing to your defensive, offensive lineman, who is not the quickest guy in the world. All credit to Jack Dolosky. He is a absolute game wrecker on defense, but he's not the fastest guy in the world. Why are you throwing a short screen pass to a defensive end?
I thought it was going to go to Washington again. I thought they were going to try to hit him. But, I mean, even though it is a turnover on downs, again, the Vikings are down in their own territory, but we saw them drive 99 yards and score a touchdown.
Titan defense really needs to get a stop here in order to stay in this game.
Cannon on the carry. Met by the whole defensive line. Arch, Lemp, and Gable all there for the Titans.
And the best thing about this Titan defense is they swarm to the ball like an angry pack of bees. If you attack a beehive, they're all going to attack you. And that is what this Titan defense is emulating right now. They've been like this the entire game, and if they want to continue to succeed, they have to continue to be swarming to the ball every single down.
2nd and 7 from the 9. Omaha North calls their first timeout of the half. They will have 2 left in the game. Called it with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Coach Nooch is in that huddle right now. What do you think he's saying to his Titan defenders?
Don't let what happened last drive.
Yeah, I would imagine he's really saying, hey guys, we need to defend against the run. Gerard Cannon has been gassing us this second half. If we can't stop him, we're gonna lose this game. You also have to keep out for not only Cannon, but Valencia Jr., who we have seen have some powerful and fast runs down the sideline. He had that one big one that was called back due to a holding penalty. But again, he can't control that.
Again, 2nd and 7 from the 9. Yancey under center. Valencia Jr. on the carry for the Vikings.
And that's what I was saying. They're going to try to use Valencia Jr. here more because Cannon has to be gassed from running the ball so much this second half. He's got to be at least somewhat out of energy. You need to keep him fresh if you want to have success. Valencia Jr. is not a bad running back to turn to if you need more yards.
3rd and 3 from the 13. This crowd getting loud. And that play is blown up in the backfield by Logan Arch. Heck of a play by Arch.
Logan Arch with the DB blitz. We saw that a lot last week against the Monarchs, and it was incredibly effective. That's why Cole Lemp had 2 tackles for loss as a cornerback who plays in the backfield. Nooch definitely drew up an amazing play there.
And that's one thing that we've seen from the Titans in previous years. They love to blitz their DBs. Back deep to, it was almost blocked. Fair catch called for by Elon Washington at the 43-yard line. They're called the 43-yard line.
It definitely looked like someone may have got a finger on that ball. Someone got a finger on that ball for sure. Someone 100% got a finger on that ball. I'm not sure what number it was, but it looked like Jack Dolosky, number 50, in the center. Just completely broke through that gap and almost had a huge blocked punt for the Titans. As a defense, the Titans performed so much better that last possession than the one before where Gerard Cannon completely blew up their defense with his strong, quick running ability. This offense really needs to get something going passing-wise, and you could see they were trying to do this with Grant Beckenhauer and these short wide receiver screens, but they only can work so much as screens can be predictable after you do them a couple times. They figure out what you're doing.
Titans take over on the 43-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Elon Washington on the jet sweep.
Elon Washington catches the short pass.
Taken down by Cordai Richard.
Washington, like we've said, has incredible speed, so using a jet sweep on him is not a bad idea. However, it just ended up getting blown up. It wasn't a horrible play at all. I think he ended up getting back to the line of scrimmage. Is that correct?
No, they said 1 yard gain on the play.
1 yard gain. So he at least got a yard. It was not a loss, and that's all you can ask for if you're this Titan offense.
2nd and 9 from the 42. Grant on the keeper. Beckenhauer He's got grass in front of him, and he almost slips a tackle.
Wow.
Brought down by Maxwell Clark.
Maxwell Clark lassoed Grant Beckenhauer right at the end there. If he misses that loop around his legs, it is a touchdown for the Titans. Grant Beckenhauer is a true Swiss Army knife who can really do anything. We even saw him catch a pass. I was joking about that earlier, saying he could play slot wide receiver.
Derek Jones met quickly by Ethan Hayes. Correction. Marquise McIntyre Daly.
McIntyre Daly was in on a lot of plays early, but we haven't heard his name as much in the late game. Great for this Omaha North defense to hear his name called again.
Beckenhauer to Jones. Jones again gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Complete to number 2, Derek Jones.
Taken down by Therese Webster.
Again, another screen pass that they're just trying to catch the defense off their guard. And it works when the defense isn't prepared for it. You might see them try to do a short pass to the side because there is open grass back that way.
3rd and 10 from the 21. Beckenhauer outright to Elon Washington, and he gets that first down for the Titans.
And what a sniper by Grant Beckenhauer. Elon Washington hauls it in right around the 10-yard line. Great play there, drawn up by Clemenger. This Omaha North defense just could not get to him. He was well defended too. The defensive back was on Washington incredibly tight, like a blanket covering a baby.
Washington in motion. The give to Jones. Jones, he reads the gap, and that is a Titan touchdown. There is a flag, though. There is a flag down on the 5-yard line.
Let's hold, because something's coming. It's either coming back or it's not going to matter because it was on the defense. But what a play by Derek Jones, finding the open hole and making the play when his team needed him the most.
A block in the back by the Titans.
Block in the back. Crucial mistake there by the Titans offensive line. That is a mistake you simply cannot make right on your own 2-yard line with 3 minutes left in the quarter. Left in the game, even. Titans had an easy touchdown there. Jones was going to get in. But it's being called back due to a penalty.
I will say, at least it's not a loss of downs.
True.
It is still first down. It's 1st and 14. Tackled immediately by Isaac Rhodes.
That was a play where they were just trying to get Derek Jones loose again, which Omaha North came prepared for. With Derek Jones he's such a good player, you're going to try to put as many guys onto him as you can because he can destroy your entire defense if he's given a chance.
2nd and goal from the 16. Beckenhauer rolls left, and he's sacked around the 18-yard line.
That is not what the Titans needed right now. A sack. A sack on their 19-yard line. Beckenhauer just had nobody and could not work his magic and get out of the pocket. The small pocket that was surrounded around him, surrounded by Omaha North players.
Play blown dead. Omaha North gets a sideline warning. And the Titans have to do something here on this 3rd and long.
They can't get a first down here, Brody.
They cannot. Beckenhauer in shotgun. Fires! Tries to get it to Elon Washington, and it is incomplete.
And Washington just couldn't capitalize. Unfortunately, a big mistake you see from a lot of young receivers, especially in high school, is they're looking at where they're trying to go before the ball's even fully in their hands. That could have been an amazing play, but it just came up short.
It is now 4th and goal from the 19, 2:21 left. Beckenhauer drops back, being chased, and he's sacked at the 35 by James Harrington.
That was a catastrophic turn of events for the Titans. Clemenger does have, I believe, 3 timeouts remaining. But Omaha North might just try to run out this clock. It's out of the turnover on downs by the Titans by just some catastrophic play there. Tried to make something happen and just couldn't find anyone.
1st and 10 from the 34. Omaha North calls timeout. And they only have 1 left.
They've only got their 1 timeout left. Something about their formation was off. Unless they were just trying to make the Titans frazzled by taking a timeout when clearly the Titans are trying to come up with something to put the Vikings in a position where they need to give the ball back to the Titans.
And again, that is something that can hurt you when you're trying to run the clock out, like Omaha North might be trying to do. The ball can get punched out. It can be a fumble. You know, you run it so many times that you come up on 3rd and 10 and you don't convert on that 3rd and 10, and you got to punt the ball away and give the team a lot of time left on the clock. But we'll see what they do here on this 1st and 10 from the 34. Yancey on the quarterback keeper, and he's tried to get tackled down by Brady Alderson, but he's finally met by Grant Beckenhauer.
What a play by Yancey. I haven't seen that from him tonight.
Shows off the wheels.
He's been mostly in the pocket when he's been throwing. He's played incredibly strong for the for the Vikings. And it's just been gassing the Titans' defense for the entirety of this second half. Yancey's just been a headache for the Titan defense.
1st and 10 from the 39. 1:32 left to go in the game. Yancey gives to Cannon. And Cannon driving up the field to get another first down. Finally met down by Grant Beckenhauer after Cannon dragged Alderson and Beckenhauer on his back.
Now Clemenger uses his first timeout of the half. And you gotta wonder, what can you draw up defensively to stop the bleeding? You wonder what Nooch is gonna do here. He's telling his guys, hey, we're getting destroyed in the run game right now. We need to capitalize and tackle behind the line of scrimmage because we've had strong looks in the backfield. We just haven't been able to capitalize and make big plays. And big credit to the Omaha North offensive line. With these past few plays, they've held up incredibly strong, holding the Titan defense to not be able to tackle behind the line of scrimmage, especially when they've been back there. You've seen strong elusiveness from Cannon and Yancey.
Cannon gets back to the line of scrimmage. Clemenger will use his second timeout. It's brought down by Gable, Berkey, and Arch.
And Clemenger using his timeout here is not really that surprising, as, again, like I said, Omaha North is trying to run down the clock. Now that they got a much closer field position to their goal, they're going to try to run it as much as they can. Because if I'm Larry Martin, I'm going to try to capitalize and get another score here. Because the only way, if you score now, the Titans will be left with around 40 to 35 seconds left. You can't do a lot in that amount of time. Unless you have a huge return, then you need to stop them here to even have a chance to continue this ball game, send it into overtime, or even just win it outright.
2nd and 8 from the 23. Cannon up the middle again, and he will get to the 18-yard line.
Cannon on the carry. Brought down by number 8, Grant Beckenhauer.
And Clemenger will use his last timeout.
This is a huge third down play for the Titans. If you don't stop them here, your game could be over. Omaha North can kick a field goal. They don't even need to kick a field goal. They could knee it out. If they get one first down, the game's over.
Yeah.
All Omaha North needs is a first down to take the Titans out of this game. With this field position, you could see them try and kick a field goal. And obviously their kicker has the leg to do it. We just haven't seen much of him tonight in terms of kicking. And obviously he missed the one extra point, but it seems like that someone had a hand on that.
3rd and 2 from the 17. Cannon gets the first down for the Vikings.
Cannon on the carry. And run is good enough.
Seems like the entire Titan defense had a part in taking down Gerard Cannon. Omaha North is wasting as much time as they can to try and prevent any mistake, and it looks like they might just take a knee here.
Yeah, they're in victory formation. And your final score, Omaha North 27, Papillion South 21. The Titans will drop to 1-1, and the Vikings will improve to 1-1. Thank you for our amazing teacher, Miss Becky Hoke, and our crew for an outstanding stream and all of their help. Thank you to the Titan Defenders for providing the food for our crew. Next week, the Titans will face the Millard North Mustangs at Buell Stadium next Friday, September 12th at 7 p.m. Our next PLV Media stream will be when the Titans take on the Monarchs in softball on Tuesday, September 9th. As for me, Brody Carter, and my colleague,
V. Plasek.
thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.